Do you like basketball?
Mm-hmm.
I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the State of the League podcast, the only NBA podcast that lacks substance from late July until early October.
I don't know about that one.
We got a little bit of substance.
Well, no, and as far as being the only one, I think.
I mean, at least we're not trying to sneak anything by you guys, okay? If we're going to rank sandwiches or chips or sodas, we're not going to frame that like we're doing important sports journalism year round. We don't even do sports journalism when sports are happening. So when nothing's going, it's like, holy shit, we have a complete lack of any synapses firing in our brains. I'm Jack, joestar. With me as always, the world famous Pablo Escobar. Pablo, what were you going to say?
You know, the GOAT debate people, they're off-season proof. They can just do that year-round. Oftentimes they're doing it during the season, and I'm like, come on, what are we doing? But
Kobe White's averaging 27 points per game this month, and you want to talk about Magic Johnson? Fuck off.
Yeah, Duop Reith is coming off the bench splashing threes, and you're focused on Hakeem versus Ewing? Come on.
Okay, all right, guys. That's fun. But yeah, I am a little jealous of the structure in the offseason. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like somebody who is addicted to, I don't know, cocaine or meth or whatever. Like I would say 80% of the life of somebody addicted to a drug like that, you're probably like, damn, my life is better than that. But like when the meth person when you guys are both in a setting where you need a lot of energy, and then you look over at the meth person and you're like, damn, they have like just a bottomless well of energy over there, and I'm pretty tired right now. I could use a pick me up. That's what that content is kind of like.
Oh, that reminds me. So I was just about to say, let me explain to you my full thought process. So I was just about to say, well, then they look, the best person is the person who's trying meth for the first time, because they can still be normal after the first time. So you're looking over, you're like, whoa, they're still a med student. They just did meth. Man, I wish I was like that. But then after a few times, it ruins their life. And there's a famous like series of Reddit posts about a guy who's like trying heroin. And
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he like starts off, he's like, it's okay, I can like manageably do it, and then a few posts later he's like, it has ruined my life, it has destroyed everything. And I don't know if it's real or not, but I was listening to this podcast called Let's Not Meet. It's about like people submit this guy spooky stories about stuff that like real life stuff that happened to them, and he reads it in like spooky way. And
that's great. I'm jealous of his content model too, because he doesn't have to make anything up. He just has a spooky voice.
Well, he could be spookier. There's some spookier guys out there. The spookiness mostly comes from like the music and the material.
Yeah,
but
all right.
Also, I think this has been going on for a long time, and so almost 100% of the stories are definitely made up, and it's just creative writing majors trying to bust on them, get their skills out there. And it's so annoying. There's some dead giveaways, like, oh crap, I can't think of some specific ones, but it's just like, you would never describe things this way if this actually happened to you, or things would not have played out this way. Like this. Okay, I've got a good example.
All right.
So this woman was working at a cell phone store, and then another woman comes in panicked, trying to fix her cell phone, and her abusive boyfriend is out in the parking lot.
Okay.
And then it takes this woman so long to realize what's going on in the story, the way she tells it. And then she says, and then I recognized it as I was in an abusive relationship myself. And
congratulations.
I was like, it wouldn't have taken you 10 back and forths in the interaction to figure out what's going on. And
I see a woman.
I was trying to get her out of the store, but she wouldn't go for some reason. She was so panicked. And then she happens to have a male coworker who's been in the bathroom this whole time, and he comes out. And also one of his interest happens to be weightlifting, so that worked out. And then
Oh, okay.
something happens where I don't even remember, but she has to leave the store to go home, ride her bike home. And the abusive guy is out there angry in a car or whatever, and she just has to go on her bike. And then the coworker can't take her, but then the coworker is also watching out the window of the store and intervenes when something happens. So it's just like, come on, that I want to be immersed, but you got to do better, guys.
Yeah, no, that's not on you. Your suspension of disbelief is, I would say, a little bit above average. Even, I mean, we watched Trap, we had fun, so like, if you
Trap
put the
was
stu-
more real than this story.
if you put this stuff in front of me, then yeah, I'll be able to have fun. I was gonna say, I don't know, like the idea that someone who was already in an abusive relationship, I I don't know. I'm in a relationship, and like I see a girl with a boyfriend in public, and like I don't know. He says something, like he speaks a little bit louder than normal, or is like annoyed that she dropped something, and I'm like,
He's hitting her.
wow, wow. I think I know what's going on behind closed doors with you guys, and it's pretty sad. So yeah, the idea that like I don't know, there's a whole bunch of shit like that you're not an empath enough to fucking figure out that the lady who is panicking, you're like, do you want to go back out to your boyfriend? No, no, please, no, no. I want to stay in here. You couldn't crack the code on that one is a little bit of a giveaway that you're writing in a coffee shop right now. When you talked about the Reddit.
What is? Oh wait, no. What are you gonna say?
Oh, well, I'm going to start a different thing. So if you have a
Mhm.
thought on that, get it out.
What is a landing in a house, or as part of the stairs? Is that just the top step? That's like the floor. What's a landing?
I've always I've always just in context, I've never used the word landing, but like when I hear people use it, it's giving the bottom of the stairs to me. Like
Okay.
the bottom of the stairs into like the entryway portion of the house where people like, I don't know, where you take your shoes off and shit. Maybe there's like a little table you put your keys on when you walk in.
Never hear it outside of this podcast.
Uh,
It's always someone going, I saw some feet out on the landing, but I thought it was my brother's. Also, so the podcast is called Let's Not Meet. And
Okay. Don't go
there's
listen to it until this podcast is over, by the way, guys. It's worse than this, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, definitely. We're talking about real stuff. And also this guy is like, I've got live shows coming up in Salt Lake City, in this city, in this city. I'm like, well, I wonder what the vibe is there. It's probably all like middle-aged women, like in a
Yeah.
dark audience. Be like, oh my god.
Like the same people, if you're in a bookstore and you pick up a book with like a purple and black, like edgy cover, and you're like, who the fuck buys this? It's probably like the same people who are in the audience listening to that.
It's probably everyone who's going to see that new Blake Lively movie. But yeah, it's called Let's Not Meet. And
Okay.
there is a subreddit called Let's Not Meet where people submit these stories. And I'm assuming that's where this podcast got its origins. Like he was probably just going through that Reddit page. And now it's been going on for a very long time. But at the end of every episode, he has to specify. He's like, this is not associated with that subreddit. And so I wonder, like, was he about to get sued or something? Actually, that can't be illegal, right? Like,
Yeah.
to monetize that. But yeah, it's just funny because that's definitely where it starts. But yeah, people are just emailing him there. It's definitely people just, man, I need to know if I'm a good writer. Let me try emailing. Let's Not Meet.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is when you talked about the heroin guy on Reddit who like went down that huge rabbit hole, there was another one of these that happened literally within like the past 48 hours that popped up on my TikTok today where I can't remember the guy's username and I can't remember the drug he did either. It was like a very like an offshoot of DMT maybe or something where you have to eat seeds to like that's the equivalent of like smoking it or snorting it or whatever. You're eating these seeds and So he posts on Reddit like a day and a half ago, being like, "Well, I just took some, but I figured I might as well double check the taking this shit guidelines. So I took 5 seeds because the recommended amount to start is 10 seeds, and I wanted to be safe." He didn't eat 5 of the seeds. He ate 5 of the seed pods. So he ended up eating like 4 or 500 of, like, he took like 20 times the dosage. And his next three, he immediately called an ambulance and he was like, "I'm in the hospital right now. So I'll just like keep posting while I'm coherent and shit." And he like wrote out the next 48 hours just on Reddit being like, I don't know. It's all like, most of it's gibberish and it seems fake, but the most recent one he posted, it was like, if you guys think this is fake, I don't give a shit, like blah blah blah. And so I never really know what to make of it at that point because I don't know. Like if I was telling the truth, that's probably exactly what I would write. Is like, why would I lie about this? Because they're also not getting like Reddit karma or whatever. They're not blowing up. They each have like 300 upvotes and shit. I just saw that
Ooh.
earlier today, and it reminded me of the heroin story.
You would be surprised how down bad people are for Reddit attention. Like even the gold, you get nothing if you get Reddit gold. You get access to a different subreddit where it's called like Gold Lounge or whatever. But yeah,
Well,
there's another famous thread where like this guy thinks that like someone's breaking into his house and stuff like that, and then people are like, "Did you check the carbon monoxide?" And
oh,
then he's like, "Oh, turns out it was that." I'm pretty sure that guy came out and said I made that up, but I
damn.
don't know for sure. But yeah, I assume all of those guys are lying.
Reddit seems like literally everybody is making everything up. The medium is so, like YouTube, it takes a little bit of effort and talent to be like a good enough actor to sit in front of the camera and
Yeah.
pass something that is completely fake off as real. With Reddit, like, it's not that hard to be a compelling writer at a glance. Like if you write out 3 paragraphs and everyone just kind of skims it and it's like, whoa, and doesn't really like analyze it too deeply. Yeah, it's easy to trick people on there. There was a YouTube video I watched. It's old as shit. It's from like 2008. And it's this guy. It's literally only like 2.5 minutes long. It's this guy smoking a cigarette, sitting on the curb, talking about the time his drug dealer met him at work to give him like a drop of acid from like a little dropper thing. Uh, and his dealer like messed up and just squirted the whole thing into the back of his mouth. And he was like, he got on the bus and he rode the bus for like 24 hours. But that one is a good story. That's why it popped up into my mind. It's because like when it's like compelling. You're like, okay, yeah, like this seems real. But some of that other Reddit shit, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, crap. I was gonna say something else. I forgot what. But yeah, I saw Cuckoo, the scary Hunter
Oh,
Schafer movie. It was good. It was better than Longlegs.
damn! I didn't get to see. I'm waiting for Longlegs to come out, I guess. Because now I got a whole slate coming up. I want to see Cuckoo. I want to see. Damn, maybe I'll see Cuckoo tonight if there's a good showing. I didn't realize it was out yet. Alien Romulus drops August 15th. I want to see that. I'm excited for that. Then there's a couple like AMC re-releases that are on my radar. I think Coraline and the Batman are both from like I think late August through mid September are going to be at AMC. And then the second Beetlejuice movie comes out, and I want to see that as well. So I got a whole run that I'm going to go on.
Is it Robert Pattinson Batman?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, maybe I should see that. At least the intro. Because the intro
Dude,
was so cool. And during the intro, when I saw it for the first time, like there were these kids sitting in front of me, and they came in late, like during the intro, and there were people in their seats, and they started like freaking out. They're like, "He's in our seats! He's in our
oh
seats!"
my
And
god.
it like ruined the entire vibe of it. And then someone was coughing, like they were about to die, and it just killed the vibes. And so by the time we get to the point in the movie where the police chief is like, I accidentally forwarded the email to every journalist in Gotham. I started dying laughing. I was laughing for like 10 minutes.
Oh no. That's not he doesn't accidentally do it. It's the Riddler's plan, you fucking moron. I accidentally hit add all and said,
Well, that's how it felt, because Batman was just kind of stupid in this movie, right? Like, wasn't one of the big plot points that he like didn't realize a word was in Spanish?
Yes, yeah. Yeah. He is a little stupid in this movie. But I again, suspension of disbelief. I'm willing to do it for that. I liked that movie a lot. I had fun. The Spanish is like, I don't know. I'm also terrible at like seeing plot holes. When somebody points one out to me, I'm like, huh, I guess, yeah. But like when I'm watching a movie, I'm just like, this is so sick. Oh my god, dude. Just see him flip that fucking car over. Damn. Yeah.
Whenever I'm watching, I'm in it, but then as soon as I get to my car, I'm always thinking like, what would I have done in that situation? Wait, I would have done that. That makes perfect sense. Why didn't that guy do that? And in Cuckoo, Hunter Schafer is a pretty solid decision maker.
Based. That's sick.
There's a new Batman cartoon. I saw like the picture. It's called like the Cape Crusade or something like that. It looked like Batman Beyond vibes on the picture. So I was like, ooh, let me watch episode 1. It's not really.
It's 40s vibes, right?
Yeah. But the Penguin is in it in episode 1, and the Penguin's a woman.
Damn it.
Yeah, the woke mind virus got to Penguin, and she's working at like I don't even know what it would be, like a burlesque show. She's like performing on stage.
She's
and all
booming, if you will.
I don't know. All the guys are like, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And she's interacting with them, and like she says something suggestive to one guy, and they're all like, yeah. And then another cop's like, do me, and she's like, I wouldn't do you if you were the last policeman on earth. And everyone's like, yeah, she's funny too.
Damn. Shout out to Lady Penguin.
But she's got her Juno, so you know that she's the Penguin.
Okay. I'm her big nose. I won't describe it. I mean, you do whatever you want. But I don't have that in my bag. So yeah. Shout out to Hunter Schafer. She got cheated on. I saw that on a pod. She was like, that was sad.
Fike.
Oh, dude, what? I did not know who Dominic Fike was.
He makes bangers.
Dude, there's this song that comes on my Spotify all the time, and I fucking hate it. I'm like,
which one?
It's called Baby Doll, and I'm
I'm
like, this song is ass. Stop putting it on my playlist. And I mean, I know there's like a button somewhere that's like, stop giving me this song. I didn't hit it. That's on me. I'm still gonna complain about it. So yeah, like I saw the Hunter Schafer news, and then it came up on my Spotify, and I was like, oh, that's the guy. He made this song, and he cheated on Hunter Schafer. This dude fucking sucks. Oh my god. So yeah,
I saw a TikTok recently where they were making fun of they're like, when the Dominic Fike subreddit tries to cancel him for the 4th time this week, and I guess he's and he has a song called "Cancel Me." It's catchy, but yeah, he's an up and down guy. He's crazy because he got a record deal while he was in prison.
What was he in prison for?
Fighting a cop based. And
cheating on Hunter Schafer, cringe.
Yeah, she's so nice. But yeah, I like Dominic Fike. I don't like that song though. But I'll tell you what, I'm an Apple Music guy. Everyone makes fun of Apple Music people. But then
not the fucking nerds. The nerds are like, the audio quality's actually better. And I have both, and like I'll listen to sometimes I'll be like, is it? And then I go, and maybe I don't have the right fucking headphones or speakers or whatever to even notice the difference. But yeah, I listen to the same song on both, and I'm like, this is the same. I don't know what to tell you guys.
But yeah, but then everyone's like, "Oh, my Spotify's been hijacked by Not Like Us and Espresso." Did that happen to you? Did they put that on a
No, I've
playlist?
literally never listened to Espresso like front to back. Or
Diva
Not Like
Diva.
Us, I think. Like I don't listen because I mean
You're a big Drake guy. You couldn't get
no,
through it.
it's just funny. I don't know. Any white guy that's like, they're not like us. They're not like it's so funny to me just to imagine the guy like walking down the street or in his car or whatever. I listen to Like That a lot by Metro and Future and everybody. So much that Spotify emailed me and they're like, Future's coming to your city. And I was like, that's fine.
Stop listening to Future so much. You listen to him too much.
I
Do you know
guess.
that baby who knew who Future was?
No.
There's this video. It's an old video at this point, but he's sitting down at a wedding, and the flower girl is coming down the aisle. She must be like 2 or something, but she just stops randomly at him, and she starts like bobbing up and down like she's dancing. So how did she know? The baby knew who Future was.
Wait, it was really Future at this wedding? And
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. That's interesting to think about because I still don't know who most celebrities are. So maybe it's a smart baby.
And Kevin Gates said, God kill his children if he didn't start his car battery with his hands, you know?
Yeah.
And I believe his children are still alive. And Joe Biden said he's not dropping out unless God makes him. And so he dropped out. So God made him. So God is confirmed to be real. So maybe
Wow.
God told that baby that Future is, that's Future.
God reached down through the heavens and he was like, that's Future. And the baby's like, who's Future? And he's like, oh, dude, listen to this. And then like he pulled the baby out of space time for a little while.
It played Mask Off.
Yeah, they went through. Yeah. He has that album with Drake that's like diamonds on the cover. That was really big when I was in high school. Jumpman, that's the big song that was on. You remember that song? Are you muted?
Call from
God
a
damn.
Yeah, I like Future because he was with Sierra and she said, you have to choose between me or Lean. And he's like, I'm choosing Lean.
Choosing Lean.
So
Hell
they broke
yeah.
up.
Hell yeah, dude. Dominic Fike
Wilson is with her.
Shout out to Russell Wilson. Who does he play for now?
The Steelers. And everyone was like, and because they also got Justin Fields in a trade, my former quarterback.
Oh, well, we can talk. All right, all right, okay.
Everyone was like, oh my God, Justin Fields is definitely going to end up with this starting job. He's way better. And then he played in preseason, and people were like, oh no, Justin Fields is not looking too good.
You know who is looking good based on the opinions of the 8 NFL people I follow on Twitter? Conservative pundit Caleb Williams. He's going to save the Bears.
You mean you say one man's conservative pundit is another man's born with a natural immunity to the woke mind virus.
I like it.
Caleb Williams, future superstar, best quarterback in the division. Oh, Jordan loves being mid, not worried. Jared Mid-Goff, not worried. What team am I missing? The Vikings? Oh, JJ Mid-Carthy? Yeah. I'm not sweating this one out too much. Bear down.
Bear down. Yeah, everybody was freaking out. I saw him hit a good pass on the run as his receiver was like close to falling out of bounds, and everyone was like, Justin Fields would have hit a fucking 8-year-old fan in the head with that pass. So this is just something that Chicago fans are really not used to seeing. Maybe I'll lock in.
The team has existed for 100 years, and we have never had the equivalent of an all-star level quarterback. Like,
because you do it with defense, baby.
Well, that's how you do it.
You don't all this showboating, starting the fancy smancy, he's running around, he's throwing the ball. You do it with defense. That's what wins.
Like, our best quarterback ever is probably like that Clippers Lou Williams level. Like, that's probably what we were doing. And it's the most important position in the sport.
I love that about football. That like one guy is inarguably like way more important than everyone else. Like, it's not even close. And so at the MVP every year, people are like, oh, why does the MVP always have to be a quarterback? And it's like the guy who's making every
The guy who
decision.
touches the ball every play.
Like, what? Yeah, I think he'll probably be involved in that kind of stuff. The fuck was I just gonna say? I was thinking about the Bears. I was thinking about Mike Ditka. I want to bring back. There's a variety of like old timey sports terms. I want to bring back hot dogging as a like for showing off. I want to bring back mustard in the sense for like a zippy pass. I feel like that whenever that gets brought up, Dwayne Wade did it at the Olympics. He was like, just a little too much mustard on it, and I was like, damn, that's cool. Yeah, so those have been on my mind lately. Hot dogs and mustard. Yours, yeah. I mean, do you put ketchup on your hot dogs? I know that's a very hot, big debate in the Chicago community.
It is, and I'll tell you, I'm anti-ketchup in general. It just grosses me out. So I'm ketchup free. So a lot of condiments. I'm condiment averse. I like a specialty sauce. Like I'll do Chick-fil-A sauce. I'll do a lot of their like Polynesian sauces and stuff like that. But ketchup, mustard, ranch, absolutely not.
Whoa! Oh my God, this is a hard division in this. I'm the most pro ranch dressing a person. I won't go that far because like Hidden Valley Ranch and most like bottled ranches I do think are very gross, but like a house-made ranch, that's delicious.
I can't do it. I think I have a phobia. So we can't eat wings together.
Oh, dude, I can't eat wings in front of anybody. I only eat wings by myself because I feel I don't I'm not gonna hold back just because there's people around and I get a little bit musty when I'm eating wings. Yeah, fuck with. So like, what's your ideal hot dog look like then? If there's no ketchup,
just plain. I'm just a plain hot dog guy. Just meat and bun.
Are you serious?
A master craftsman will make the hot dog enjoyable enough.
Oh my God. You rock, dude. That rocks. Oh, shout out to that. you're at a cookout and you're just eating plain hot dog. To me, I like a loaded hot dog. I understand the no ketchup on a hot dog. But like, I don't know. For me, a chili cheese dog is really the apex of what it could be. But I like onions, mustard, relish, that kind of shit.
You know when hot dogs are big? On the 4th of July, celebrating USA. Oh,
whoa. Do you have any news about the USA recently?
We won gold! I was rooting against them. You know what? You know what? This was my first time ever rooting against Steph Curry. And it wasn't good.
That's so funny because the unanimous opinion online has been, holy shit, it's really cool when you get to root for Steph. Yeah. This is really fun when this happens. And so you're like, oh shit, he did it. Damn it.
This is horrible. It feels like it feels much worse. When I'm rooting for him, it feels like a struggle with those shots. But when I'm rooting against him, I'm like, God, they keep coming. I'm rooting for my GOAT, Wemby.
He cried, cry baby. Instead of getting his career off to a great start with a gold medal, all anyone's gonna remember is he's a big baby, a big French baby.
He led France in every category. Wow.
You know who else has done that a couple times, and
who?
I think you don't like him that much. Rhymes with Deshaun Glames.
Oh, LeBron James has led France in every category.
Oh my God, he's led a better team with more. I mean, holy shit! Congratulations that you outscored Rudy Gobert. Woo! Good job, everybody. Congratulations.
He outscored Gershon Yabusele, which Team USA couldn't guard.
I mean, yeah.
Did you
LeBron
see
got dunked
he
on. There
said
you go.
yeah, he dunked on him. That was great. I in the moment I was like, oh, epic, but I didn't think about it that much. But then I got online and there were like LeBron fans holding a funeral. They were like, my goat just got dunked on. They got revenge. But did you see he was like, I'm ready for a second chance. He wants to be back in the
I
NBA.
did. He hit the Isaiah Thomas.
That's epic.
Yeah. So I think what are the big storylines of this game? Wemby did play very well, and the 3-point shot came back to him at an instrumental moment. He hit three 3-pointers in this game. I don't know what percentage he shot. It was probably like 3 of 4 or 3 of 5 if I had to guess. And yeah, he played at a really high level. He hit Joel Embiid with a sick ass hezzy move in traffic in
Oh
transition
yeah.
for a cool dunk. That was really good. Yeah, he looked super impressive. And I mean, really, the fact like Team USA won this gold medal because Steph Curry was just unstoppable in the first quarter against Serbia. Even though they had to do a lot more closing shit as a unit to close that game out, and then against France, just like 3 3-pointers in rapid succession that were very difficult, but that last one particularly, like the weird side step back, that's one of the most difficult shots I've ever seen.
Yeah, and he could have passed to LeBron or Kevin Durant, who were
They were
wide
both
open.
wide open.
And he said he didn't see anything except the rim. So but he was just locked in. I love how Anthony Edwards. Did you see the video where he's like, Steph got to Paris 2 days ago? That was funny.
No, I
Also,
didn't see that one.
Anthony Edwards came out today, or I think today or yesterday. He's like, I am not playing at the World Cup. He's like, immediately, I do not care about the World Cup now. That's fake basketball because we lost.
Yeah.
This was real, and I guess he's probably like, man, this is fun. I got to hang out with everyone at the Olympic Village. What am I doing at the FIBA World Cup? And the next FIBA World Cup is going to be in Qatar.
I know they have they have an airline. And I know, wasn't the World Cup in Qatar at one point, like the football
Yeah,
World Cup? And they
yeah,
used
the most recent one.
they used slave labor to
Yeah.
build their arena. So hopefully they don't do that for FIBA. But regardless, Anthony Edwards won't be involved. I don't think that's that surprising. Once you win gold in the Olympics, it's like, whatever. Let someone else get into FIBA and see if they're good enough to be on the Olympic team. Paolo, I just saw like several reports where Grant Hill was like, I want Paolo on the team next time and everything. So I
Hey,
think that
then you know what that goes back to?
what?
Duke guy who wants a guy who he thinks is similar to himself. He's like, I don't know, big ball handler, kind of mid-range
Jeez.
shooter. I see a lot of
Have
myself.
you seen this guy in transition? Holy shit. Get him ahead of steam. He's hard to slow down. Oh my god.
That's literally me.
It's literally me if I played today, you guys. Yeah. So Team USA wins gold. France obviously wins silver. Losers. Serbia wins bronze in a game against Germany. Jokic, triple double, little consolation prize. I think the 5th triple double in Olympic history to go along with the one LeBron had against Serbia. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly when he got it, but LeBron had one, Jokic had one. There are 3 others in Olympic history, and
Did Jokic have multiple during this run or only
no,
one?
he had 2 games where he had 9 assists to go along with like a double double. And so yeah, there's a little bit of talk on my timeline. It seems way better to win bronze. I don't know. Like that was the talk. It's just that like all of the bronze guys are like, we won, woo, yeah. And then all the France guys are like, fuck, this sucks. We lost. God damn it.
It's crazy because Serbia has medaled before, didn't they? Like, didn't Team USA? Didn't we beat them in the gold medal game at one Olympics?
2016, I'm pretty sure.
Man, that was when they had Teodosic. He was going crazy. He threw one of the craziest passes I've seen in my entire life. I wonder how much him and Jokic overlapped. Was Jokic? I wonder if he was on that team. And
He was. He had. It's because there was a lot of Joel Embiid, Jokic. Embiid's got a gold medal now, so there's some of that like on my timeline. And someone was like, "Well, Embiid has more gold medal game points than Jokic does." Jokic had 4, or Jokic had 6 in 2016. Embiid had 4 in this gold medal game. So Jokic actually outscored him and owns him, but not in like a racially charged way or anything. Just like in a legacy way.
And then this will probably be the end of Embiid for Team USA, and probably I don't know if he's. We'll see. How old is Embiid?
I mean, even if he was 27, I don't think he'd be like his knees have to be falling off the bone by now. But yeah, I think he's 29 or 30, and yeah, it's just hard to see. We're already at the point with him where it's like, how many more years do we have of this level of play? Like this is crazy. And he is a guy that you think when the health falls off, like really falls off, you do feel like that will affect his play pretty significantly. Like I'm sure he'll still be an NBA player, but it's not like he'll be just this overwhelming offensive force. And you feel that AD came out and was like, I want to be at 2028. Like I am planning to be there and everything. But I don't know how he's going to look when he'll be 35 at that point, and I just don't know about that.
He won't have to travel. Maybe if he's still on the team.
LeBron's shipping him out this year.
LeBron should just retire now and just train for the 2028 Olympics. So we should just see how far he can go. Oh, he should do 3-on-3. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But yeah, did you see Halliburton? They said he had a leg injury, and that's part of why he didn't play. That doesn't make me more confident because obviously the hamstring issue, and then I talked about before where he was like, actually I had a hidden back issue and it locked up, that's why I was missing games. Now it's like, actually I wasn't getting DMPs based off merit, I was actually just hurt. I'm like, that doesn't make me feel better, Tyrese Halliburton. Now why are you always hurt? Is he may be in the LaMelo Ball lineage where skinny guy, stuff breaks down.
That would make me really sad. But it would make a lot of Hawks fans very happy.
Trae Young is way more durable. I'd like to see. Hey, you know who will be there for the World Cup? He'll have some free time.
I mean, yeah, no shit. Trae's got to get his stock back up, I feel like. But yeah, I'd like to see him at the World Cup. I don't know. I just want to see Trae with a good fucking basketball team. Like shout out to Dyson Daniels and everything. I want to see Trae. I don't know if I want to see Trae on the Hawks for like the rest of his career. I think it'd be cool if there was like an actual, I don't know, all-star talent big man next to him or something. Maybe like really good defensively and kind of like
lobs to Buzelis. Oh man, imagine that.
Oh, I was talking about Bam. I was thinking maybe him in Miami could be cool, but
pretty similar.
Yeah, Chicago, definitely. It's the same thing.
You want Bam and Trae in Chicago? Okay,
all right. The big three. All right. We need to cook up a trade. Giddey to Atlanta for Trae, and
that'll help rectify them missing out on Luka.
Yeah, Giddey is pretty much the Australian Luka. That's what they call him.
Tall, white passing.
And some other stuff.
National team player.
Better hair than Luka. So I mean, that's like better hair, generational scorer. What do you want? You know,
dating high school sweetheart.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So what do you want to talk about now? I guess USA wins gold, Serbia bronze. Blah blah blah.
So there's still so much Noah Lyles discourse. I don't know, how has he attracted so many dweebs onto his side where they're
I don't fucking know.
Technically,
the World Cup and it's still Germany. Oh my god. And like fine, be right. I don't give a fuck. I do like holy shit. I will fucking I don't even like. Yeah, it's too much. Like, I will overnight ship you Tobias Harris, and you will watch him light your fucking league up for the best season they've ever seen. And like, yeah, congrats on the world. Congrats on being world. It's so stupid. It does not fucking matter.
And like, yeah, like Kendrick Nunn won the EuroLeague. He was like one of the best players in the EuroLeague. But like, I don't understand. Like, they're just being grammar Nazis. They're just being mad. And then we could even be like, oh, was Russia allowed to compete? That doesn't. Oh, isn't Russia part of the world? When I look at the globe, that's a big chunk of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like a massive chunk. Yeah.
How many countries did they absorb when they were the Soviet Union into Russia? I mean, I guess we're just not counting them. And
Wow.
they're really good athletes because they're on steroids.
Yeah.
All the uncontacted tribes around the world. And
Imagine one of them's just good as shit at basketball.
No, I mean at track, they're probably fast.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, the whole thing with me about like that camp being like grammar Nazis or whatever you want to call it, it feels like it boils the world down to like just kind of another league. It feels like it removes a lot of the mystique for me. Just being like, the world's only available once every 2-3 years or whatever. I don't know. I'm sick of it. I don't care. Noah Lyles. There was also that report about him with Anthony Edwards that he tweeted about earlier this morning. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. So, well, before I get into that, like, it also there's also like this implication that like track is more even because the entire world gets to compete. But I'm sure there's massive funding differences and resource differences, and there's probably not too many. I would guess like how many teams have won gold medal in track? Maybe there's a lot, but I don't know. I would imagine like Jamaica, USA, and all the like wealthy countries. But like, how often does a poor country win a gold medal in track? Probably not too often. So it's not like they're the beacon of meritocracy. But yeah, so there's a report that Noah Lyles, I actually do have it in my notes, that he said something explosive about Anthony Edwards. So Noah Lyles was upset at Adidas because they invited him to an event for Anthony Edwards. He said, "You want to do what? You want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to an NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about, and you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect. The man's an amazing athlete. He's having a heck of a year. I love that they saw the insight to give him a shoe because they saw that he was going to be big. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that from me?" And so I saw Jalen Brunson on Twitter. He was like, I thought this was NBA Centel. And I was like, you know what? I assumed it was just like a rumor too, but no, this is an official. And then Noah Lyles came out today, and I think he denied it or something. This is an official quote from a Time magazine profile on him.
So what I remember from Lyles' tweet is that his response to this article coming out was to be like, "No, I didn't come because I had prior obligations."
Yeah.
And like that doesn't address the fact that you were like, you said all of this shit on the record. You're just like, oh, okay, but let's just be clear, I wasn't there because I had dinner somewhere else. Okay, that's why.
It's like the Jaylen Brown situation where he's on the sidelines going, "This guy's ass," and then they're like, "Jaylen Brown, did you say that?" And he's like, "He has time to get better." Why didn't you just deny it? Well, in this case, Noah Lyles cannot deny it. But yeah, so I read that entire profile. It gives a better picture, and so they were really trying to like paint him as he's the next guy, like he's gonna rise up in this void. In the profile, they say, Bolt is no longer in the starting blocks. Michael Phelps is out of the water. Katie Ledecky is in the pool, but she's a more low-key presence. And everyone already knows Simone Biles is a legend. So the stage appears set for the world's fastest man, the title Lyles took, whatever, to steal the show. So they're like, Noah Lyles is going to be a big deal. We're getting ahead of it.
Was Michael Phelps ever fucking super annoying? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to set somebody up who is just like their entire public persona is like almost trying to be cringe.
My memory of Michael Phelps when he was competing was his entire persona was, I hate swimming. Like, this is the hardest thing in the world. I hate doing this. I'm just the best. I'm so good at it. And also he did a bong or what he did
He
weed that
smoked.
one
He hit the Laramie Tunsil on
what a Michael Phelps thug. Um,
him.
if
Yeah.
if they said if Noah Lyles piles and this so obviously this profile was written before the Olympics. I forget how long before. Must be still this year because of Anthony Edwards, right? When did his shoe come out?
Um. Yeah, it feels like it was a while ago that his shoe. I feel like we've seen a lot of commercials with him showing off his shoe, and I don't know. So yeah, let's say a fair bit earlier this year, 6 months ago, even.
So if Lyles piles up gold in Paris, we may have to recalibrate. Who is America's biggest star? Says NBC analyst and four-time Olympic medalist ATO Bolden, Otto, Adam, I don't know. With the Olympics being next in Los Angeles and him being right in his prime for those 4 years leading up to LA 28, look out. He's going to be huge. So they were like people were invested in Noah Lyles being like this household name.
Mm-hmm.
And Noah Lyles wants to be this guy. They said he's an outspoken extrovert with an the word icon tattooed on his torso. And he's begun a tradition of walking into track events in like splashy outfits and always trying to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it stems, guess what? He was bullied. And he had apparently he had such severe asthma as a child that he couldn't play with like certain teddy bears and stuff because they thought it would get dust on it and that could aggravate his asthma. But then he like, oh yeah, there's this crazy anecdote where he was coughing while his mom was on a work call, and the supervisor said, "Could someone take their dog out?" Which is
Oh my
crazy.
god.
But yeah, so eventually they find medication that helped him breathe comfortably. But then he gets to middle school and he gets bullied because his teeth became discolored and yellow because of the medicine that he was on for his asthma.
Because he was
And
smoking
girls,
cigarettes so much.
yeah, well, he should have been. Then the girls would have been into it. But instead, the girls were mean. They were like, "Hey, breathing boy, how's your yellow teeth? I wish you had white teeth and were suffocating. Then you'd be hotter."
Then you'd be hot. I like that.
He said they
And
were
look at
rude.
them now. Wow, they're sitting sideline at the Olympics. Oh wow, your teeth aren't even that bad. Wow, stay on that side,
Wow.
ladies.
I'm the world's fastest man. You're the world's ugliest woman. Now that'd be crazy. He said they were ruthless and emotional beating. That's the stuff that really breaks you down. All girls are the same. Juice World. And then he got bronze at the Olympics in Tokyo, and he was actually on Zoloft, or I guess he like at some point he was on Zoloft. He was depressed because there were no crowds, and so he's an attention guy. And so when there
Oh.
was no crowds in isolation, he got all sad and he didn't do good. Also, he's just kind of like a rude guy in general. Like they talked about his little brother brought a date over to a house that he was sharing, and then she made cookies, and then he tried one and said, "Whoa, that's a bad cookie, really bad." so he's a mean guy.
Really bad. Damn. If someone beats him in a race, that'd be a funny. That was a bad race. Really bad.
You're really slow. Yeah, but he's promising new hair and nail styles at the Olympics. Bro thinks he's Jared McCain. He wanted to decorate his cuticles for a relay in the Bahamas, but his nail tech, a high school student in Claremont, had her prom, so she wasn't able to do it. Why is that the only girl? Like, how did he even get connected with this girl? He's also, if you couldn't tell, he's a dweeb. He grew up watching Spider-Man and anime. It couldn't be more predictable.
Loser, big loser.
It's always funny seeing how old like white profiler authors describe being a nerd. Like this guy read, his house doubles as a dork shrine. He's got
Because he has like I don't know, figurines on the
yeah,
shelf or something.
he's got Catan, the board game. He's got Magic the Gathering stuff, and he's got Funko Pops, and he's got Legos. And this writer's like, God, this guy's a loser.
His house doubles as a virgin recluse.
it's his house repels women. But he does have a girlfriend, Jamaican sprinter. But
Good for him.
he's a big animal and random fact guy. They bring up that he's subscribed to some ant YouTube channel that has 6 million subscribers. How we gotta look into that dude. How's that dude pumping out ant content? How much updates could there be in
Welcome to the state of the colony. Damn, that'd be sick.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, we should rebrand. If we ever sell this, let's say we get acquired by someone and then they keep the name and we have to start something new. Let's just rebrand to being an ant colony. That would be epic.
I'm down.
So yeah, then they go over. He's mad about the Anthony Edwards thing. In February, he did sign a new shoe deal with Adidas, and it was reportedly the most lucrative track and field contract in the post Usain Bolt era. So guess how much he's getting paid?
How much?
A year. Guess.
Is it 6 figures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it's more. Six figures is 100,000, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Okay. Oh shit! So he's making like $1.2 million a year.
He's making $2 million, somewhere north of $2
Oh
million
my god!
for his shoe deal. So that's got to sting. Seeing Anthony Edwards get what does he get? Probably 100 million.
I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know. Like, if I was Noah Lyles, you kind of just have to understand like the marketability differences in your sports. $2 million a year for track, dude, you're up, man. Come on.
So he said, I want my own shoe. I want my own trainer. I'm dead serious. He said this recently, like in the Olympics, Paris Olympics. He said, I want a sneaker. There's no money in track spikes. There's money in sneakers. And even Michael Johnson, who was a runner in like the 90s for Team USA, I guess he was probably super popular. Even he didn't have his own sneaker. But I saw the article. They were like, actually, he did. It didn't sell very well.
That's probably why they're not giving you one, Noah.
He said, I feel like for how many medals track athletes bring back, for all the notoriety track athletes get, the fact that hasn't happened yet is crazy. And so they said Lyles has designs on fixing this issue. He swears he can be bigger than Usain Bolt. Yeah, why not? He says, that's my plan. He says, while Bolt was an icon, he couldn't, because he was from Jamaica and he like wasn't interested in growing in the US. He like wasn't, he didn't go all in on being as famous as possible, I guess, or growing track and field in the United States. Noah Lyles says, I have the personality, I have the speed, I have the showmanship, I have the marketing mindset. I'm willing to be uncomfortable. He said that in a photo shoot with Adidas. And he wants to host SNL.
Oh, I mean, anybody. I like.
Yeah,
we're gonna be hosting SNL in like a month and a half.
SNL.
Yeah, come on. It's not like Sandberg's not on there anymore. Okay, it's not crazy. Yeah, the thing that stuck out to me the most about all of that is like, yeah, Usain Bolt wasn't even trying to be famous. And like every time Usain Bolt ran a race, the entire world was like, "Holy fuck! Oh my god, this is insane!" Like he was a star, I guess. He had the sauce, and for the entire list of things that Noah Lyles just put out, that I won't argue with any of those. I think he probably, like, in terms of like star personality, that's not necessarily a personality that everyone has to like, and he's willing to be uncomfortable, and he's very good at track, but does he have the sauce like Usain Bolt? I'm going to say no, probably not.
Well, look, he's not cool. Like, Usain Bolt was the coolest guy in the world. His last name is Bolt.
He's
the
Mr. Lightning
guy. And he just looked cool in the Jamaica uniform, and he was cool without
And he
trying.
finished every race 10 feet ahead of everybody else.
He was crazy, and he was like 6'5". So can you beat that? Can you beat the cool factor by going with the Jake Paul polarizing factor? Like, I'm loud and annoying. I guess he's going for I'm loud and annoying, but I'm right. I guess that's what he's going for. I don't know.
Yeah, but like Jake Paul is a really good way to. I've never made that connection in my brain. That's a very good way to describe like the space he occupies in people's minds.
And it's so crazy that they did that. Like, Jake Paul's like, man, people really hate me. Actually, I can make a lot of money off this. What when people hate, I guess it's kind of that did happen with Noah Lyles this year, but it happened with American basketball fans. Probably not the best business model to have your own countrymen rooting against you, because they're tuning in to see you and they're rooting for you to lose, just like people do with Jake Paul. But like, you compete once, yeah, they're only going to see you once every 4 years. So I don't know if it's the best business model for him.
Yeah.
And it's funny because in the profile they say Lyles can go to an Applebee's or Texas Roadhouse in Claremont, Florida, where he lives, and be completely unrecognized. And the Texas Roadhouse even has a picture from the 4x100 meter relay at the London Olympics, the games that first drew his attention, on the wall. So he can be on the wall of a place, and people won't be like bugging him and be like, no Lyles, no Lyles. So yeah, that was, I think that was pretty much everything. But yeah, so he very much wants to be a superstar, but is it possible with track? Who are the biggest athletes that don't play a lot? Like I'm thinking like Ronda Rousey and like Conor McGregor like took over. They were like A-list superstars, but they fought a few times a year. Like,
yes,
people see Noah Lyles for like a month every 4 years.
With Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey, the cycle of fighting is its own like media machine that like feeds itself. Leading up to like the announcement of who Noah Lyles is going to race isn't like a story. But with like Conor McGregor being like, oh no, I accept the challenge from this guy, blah blah blah. Then you get the weigh-in, then you get the interviews, then you get all of the pre-fight back and forth shit like that. It's an entire. It's not just fight night that is the industry. That really is what it feels like for track at this point. Maybe Noah Lyles wants to change that. I have no idea. Maybe some fucking Jamaican guy or British guy or whoever rises up and is the antithesis to him with the same like boisterous personality, and that could be fun if we got like an international back and forth between two, like, I don't know. I'm trying to, who's Jake Paul's, was it Rice Gum, his rival? I don't know. Like,
No Lyles should just start challenging like other athletes to 1v1 races, but like give them a head start and be like, can Tyreek Hill beat me?
Well, Tyreek Hill had a quote after this. I just saw it. I don't remember where I saw it or exactly what it was, but he was essentially like, yeah, there's like several NFL players and NBA players that could beat him in a race.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I would not go that far. He's, I mean, the fastest man on the planet. He's got the title.
Yeah.
He won the 100, all that. I don't think that's true, but like, yeah, I don't necessarily think having all of those pieces makes a superstar.
I would assume his argument is like, if they trained for it, like, because obviously NFL players, and it's like you need more weight and stuff. And I in the profile they did talk about Noah Lyles' training plan, like where he added 10 pounds of muscle specifically for the starting block, because he was already like his top end speed was good, but he needed better starting speed. So that part was cool. But yeah, I don't know about that. There's a video on YouTube of John Wall racing some USA track guy, like some guy that I don't remember his name. That tells you how much how famous
the Noah
he was.
Lyles of 2011.
He wasn't even that guy. And he got dusted. And so that's John Wall. So if like who in the NBA would even be a candidate? De'Aaron Fox? Like I don't think he's
I
faster.
guess, but I mean, yeah, like it's one thing for NFL players to say I could drop a little bit of weight and be involved in something like this because I'm 5'9" or whatever. But yeah, De'Aaron Fox is 6'4", and once you hit that, like that's why Usain Bolt was so insane. You already brought it
Yeah.
up. It's like anybody that tall being like meddling against guys who are that short is insane, much less being the fastest guy on the planet. So yeah, I don't think NBA players, I think they're like the best rounded athletes in the world, but I don't think just pure speed you're really going to jump over into the track sphere and start beating guys like that.
And yeah, and the NFL has more track guys. Like they're like
Mhm.
Tyreek Hill did track in high school. DK Metcalf did track. So that's probably where their confidence is coming from. They're like, if I just stuck with it, I'd be the best. But
When I
I
was in high school, everyone was way slower than me. It was crazy.
yeah. So, but I was going somewhere, but I forget what my point.
Oh well, whatever. I forgot to write down when we started talking about
I
Noah
know.
Lyles. So yeah,
Don't
keep
worry,
going.
no one's waiting for it. I guess the best analogy would be Michael Phelps. Like no one cares about swimming except for the Olympics. But he was like an A-list celebrity. So why is that? So personality wise, there wasn't that much going on with
Hmm.
Michael Phelps. He was in Subway commercials. I feel like that's
Yeah.
how he stayed relevant. How else why was Michael Phelps a star?
I really don't know. So he's winning, like he's coming away from the Olympics with like 4 or 5 medals every time. That's how I remember it. I don't know exactly what his medal count is or what it breaks down to in terms of
I
like,
think it's like 20 plus, right? In totality.
yeah, yeah, and he went to 4 Olympics or 3. Let me Google this.
And I suppose you could obviously there's the obvious like white factor versus
Yeah.
Noah Lyles, but also like Michael Jordan was the biggest athlete in America and in the world, and so I don't know if that I'm sure that's always at play, but I don't know if that's the main culprit here.
Uh, Phelps went to 5 uh Olympics and he won 28 medals. And so that's like that's a little over 5 per Olympics. And Lyles came, it's just not reasonable to expect a
Yeah,
track person cuz I mean, I guess if he starts competing in like the, is it relays where they're handing the batons off to each other? Is that what it's called?
yeah. He apparently could have been a part. Like he might have been in contention for that, but by that point he already had COVID. They talked about
Yeah.
in the profile like he might do that, but yeah, I get the sheer dominance isn't there. Like he didn't win gold at every running event, which that was part of Usain too. Like I think the 200 track guys, the 200 is the best event I think. So the
Yeah.
100 wasn't even his thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, he was just cleaning up everything I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. And I do agree that like part of it is, I mean, as far as like marketability goes, uh Phelps being white helps that a lot. And I feel like that's why him smoking weed back then was like such a crazy story, is because like this fucks like our Subway commercials. Oh no, like you can't eat fresh and smoke weed. What the hell? Yeah, I feel like that was a big thing. But also Michael Phelps, yeah, showed up, won everything, was instrumental in us being dominant as a nation because he was also anchoring the relays. Like he was, you could throw on a swim race and we would be like, oh, stuck with everybody else, so what's gonna happen? And then at the end Michael Phelps would come in and just beat the shit out of everybody. uh
And now I'm thinking about, I don't know, they even mentioned in the article Simone Biles. We only see Simone Biles every 4 years, but she's an A-list celebrity.
yeah, and
And
that's
like people freak out when they see her routines. Like I don't it's I wonder how we would think about him. It is also he's the third fastest guy ever. So
yeah,
Usain was faster and Usain's teammate Johan Blake was faster.
damn.
So
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
that kind of takes it away from it.
I definitely feel with Phelps, there is like part of that you're like watching a historic, like the best person to ever do this,
Yeah.
essentially. And with Simone, that is like glaringly apparent if you're into gymnastics and you watch her. Like, just there's several moves that she's not allowed to do in the Olympics. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think I remember reading something like that where it's like she is the only person who can like physically pull these off, and so it's not
Kevin
allowed.
Durant was like, I could throw her a lob.
It seems like that when she's playing, yeah. And so
I wonder how high she could get just on a basketball court, because she's got some trampoline, but my understanding is it doesn't give you that much lift.
Yeah, I want to jump on it. I want to see how it feels. then I could make the Simone Biles judgment. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Simone and Phelps are two, like, literally ahead of everyone else who has historically done.
And
this
Katie
sport.
Ledecky, like they're not on the screen.
Yeah, and Ledecky, I would still consider like a tier below Biles and Phelps in terms of celebrity status, even though everyone knows who she is.
Yeah,
and
we don't see her face all over commercials and stuff like that.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess you gotta be faster, Mr. Lyles. Do you want to do? I mean, we're already at an hour. This shit is easy. Oh my god. Do you want to do some requests?
Well, we'll do 3.
All right. Let me type in a little timestamp for us. All right. Let me see. We can do 4 because the first one's easy. Frederick Borner says, "Hi, Pablo. Hi." It says, "Say hi to Pablo from me." Parentheses menacingly. So I was going for like a Full Metal Jacket kind of. Hi, Pablo. De'Aaron Fox Mulder says, "What was the first TikTok of each other's that you remember seeing?" This gives, I don't know, this frames our relationship very romantically. I feel like probably like the 9/11 TikToks were popping off, but I can't remember the exact first one of yours that I saw.
It was probably one of the draft ones.
Yeah, I just remember seeing it and being like, "Huh, this guy, he makes videos like I make videos. What the hell?"
There was one time. Well, no, we already knew each other by that. But there were actually a couple times last summer where you made literally the exact video.
I know. Then you like either post it and you see the other one, or you see the other one right before you post, and you're like, "Oh, fuck, I can't get this one off anymore. Damn it." Yeah.
No, I don't know what it would have been. It would have been a typical Jokic Joestar yap session with the tweet behind him saying,
"What's up, guys? This is what I think about this. Hey, yeah." So shit like that. The Michael Jordan of drunk driving. Son of a bitch. That's a good name.
That's his username?
Yeah. First lobbyist request from Chaboy. Ooh, you're taking lower.
Someone from New Zealand joined, and it said he's paying $9 New Zealand.
He's paying 9 Zealand bucks? No.
Nine Shire dollars.
$9? Yeah. So, first time lobbyist request from Chaboy after witnessing the peak of basketball in the Olympics. I want to know what peak media is your favorite, parentheses, album, movie, show, game, etc., and why is it not ping pong, the animation, the greatest sports anime ever created? I don't know. My favorite media. I'm a son of a bitch when it comes to ranking things. I'm not very good at it. I'm always like, I like these 5 things. Do you have a favorite media off the top of your head?
Obviously, One Piece is peak fiction.
Okay, respect.
Shout out to Vinland Saga and Freerun, also masterpieces.
I thought about starting Freerun the other day.
It's so good.
I just didn't. I was like, oh, whatever. I don't know. My favorite media. I really like the book One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's a good book. And then as far as like TV shows goes, I don't know. I love Succession a lot. I love Breaking Bad. The Sopranos is very easy and fun and reliable to watch. And then I love Fantastic Mr. Fox as well. If I had to pick like an easy, chill, fun, peak movie, I'd go with that. Mr. Jordan of Drunk Driving also says, Pablo, my wife wants to know when you'll do more House Hunters international content. Thanks, guys.
Oh, we got a married guy. We'll see. I gotta, because they didn't do that well. So I
Yeah.
gotta take time to find a good episode, because they also take a long time to make. 'Cause I have to take like 50 screenshots. So
That sucks. When you have a concept you believe in and you're like, this should work. People should like this. But it's a lot of investment.
people with real jobs, they're like, I have a lot of work today. I have to make a presentation. I have to do a ton of emails. I gotta run this. I gotta make a model. I gotta run these calculations. I'm like, God, I would have to take so many screenshots for that project.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I have to take 40 screenshots for this video. How long? Oh, it's like a 3-minute video, maybe. Madi Ferris says, seeing how fried the Team USA was when collecting their medal, curious whose games y'all think would change the most and the least if they were absolutely stoned while playing. Off the reefer, I assume is what our guy means.
Could Kevin Durant play sober?
Absolutely, dude. That was my first thought when I read this question. I was like, Kevin Durant smokes a joint 30 minutes before he plays.
It could be in the locker room at halftime. I don't know if we know a sober Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he might be overthinking it, to be honest. Maybe that was the goal. It wasn't that he was playing off of Steph Curry. It was that he moved to a spot with legal weed and he could just like rip some shit real quick. And then all of the high pressure situations, he was just like, nah, I got this, man. And ever since, he's been lights out.
Is Steph Curry too high class for it? Will he smell it? And be
Steph Curry
would have people near?
He'd have an anxiety attack is what would happen. He would smoke and he would be like, oh, what's Aisha gonna say when I get? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. So yeah, Steph. I don't think he'd be that good at it.
She didn't she get attacked or something? What happened to her?
I'm not locked into that.
she had some kind of altercation outside at Paris. I was like, every time we hear about Aisha, something's going on.
It's either she got or she's dropping a new cookbook. That's the two Aisha news cycles.
Everyone's mad at her, or she's cooking.
She's cooking. I don't know. Steph would be bad. It's funny to think about LeBron baked would just be like almost like he would be unleashing too much of his power. Every drive is a clear offensive foul. Every pass is like the pass could be there, but like he's forcing it into. He's like, I could do this, and it's just like an impossible angle that goes off someone's foot. I feel like it would open his mind too much. Same with Halliburton a little bit in terms of the passing. Just like it seems like it could make a lot of guys try to do way too much.
I'll tell you what, for the peak of basketball, a lot of bad passes. Like,
oh yeah,
that was how teams like were in the games, just sniping these lackadaisical
telegraphed. Yeah.
And then Dennis Schroeder, I guess that's what Dennis Schroeder was talking about. He was like, the American basketball's low IQ basketball. He didn't say it. Well, he said European basketball's higher IQ basketball. Mm. I saw people saying it was a dog whistle.
I saw that too.
It is Dennis Schroeder, but I don't know. And I'm like, Dennis Schroeder, you're a speed player. Like you are not picking apart defense. You're not Mr. 40 chest yourself. So I don't know what you're on about.
They're in the fucking war room at halftime. What are we gonna do to beat these guys? And he's like, give me a screen. I'm gonna run as fast as I fucking can. That's the plan, baby. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's a complex. I've driven up a calculation on the board. This is inspired by the Manhattan Project.
Yeah. I also saw D'Angelo Russell tweeted. Just in terms of like NBA players saying shit. Somebody tweeted out, so we're just not going to talk about how D'Angelo Russell gets hot like Steph Curry got hot in that gold medal game. And D'Angelo Russell quoted it, and he said, I humbly agree. And then he deleted it.
So we're not going to talk about that. So we're all going to pretend like that's not true.
Interesting what you guys choose to be silent on. Wow.
I've definitely seen D'Angelo Russell shoot over 2 guys.
I have, yeah, before.
I've seen him make some threes too.
I've seen D'Angelo Russell make a 3 and then celebrate afterwards, do something cool.
I like that. Most of the country after Steph makes that shot, most of the country's like, yes. And then some people like me are like, oh man, my goat Wemby. And then D'Angelo Russell off to like, I could have done that.
I could have done that.
That
oh my
should have
god.
been me.
When Steph doesn't pass the ball to LeBron and forces a 3 up. Oh, congratulations. Here's your medal. When I do it, Darvin Ham fucking screams at me.
So I'm selfish.
Wow.
Cool,
Okay.
huh?
All
And
right,
I like to
guys.
think that he's like, yep, next LA, that'll be my time to shine. I like to think that he's like, it's gonna be in LA, so I'll be on the team. Like it's a fact. That's why else would they put it here?
Yeah, he'll be on the team in 4 years, no doubt. And by the team, he'll still be on the Lakers. That's what I mean. We want one more? We want one. Let's do it.
All right, close it out.
Tyler Merrick. Fellas? Mr. Fellas? Sir Fellas? Do you have any
Wait,
names?
did he give us a signifier or no?
Well, yeah, he gave us fellas, and then he gave us Mr. Fellas, and then he said Sir Fellas. He's unclear on what to call us. Do you have, what do you want to be called?
He knows what I want to be called.
Okay. All right. I like that. Going into the season, whose agenda stocks are at the lowest? Jason Tatum literally won a championship and Olympic. Dude, the fact that he
went 0 for 16 on jump shots for the entire process.
The fact that he starts his comment, Tatum literally won a gold medal in a championship, and nobody thinks he's good right now. Oh my god. Yeah, they're at a low. And then a guy like Devin Booker, who regularly has agendas pushed down, is at an all-time high. Booker's up.
Scalable Devin Booker.
Yeah, 100%. I would say if we're talking just guys on the Olympics team, then yeah, Tatum is clearly the lowest. The mom thing, unsurvivable, nuclear bomb in terms of like agendas.
What mom thing?
Oh, his mom tweeted. You didn't see that? His mom tweeted out and
say?
She was like, Steph. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't remember it off the top of my head, but she was essentially like, Steve Kerr is a fucking blind idiot who does. I mean, my son is healthy and he's not getting playing time. What's the deal with that? So yeah. But Booker's up.
It's we all hate the Celtics because they're the Celtics, and we all kind of doubt Jason Tatum. And so
and this postseason did nothing to put those doubts to rest. I was very confident. Everything he showed this postseason, I knew he was capable of doing.
Yeah. So, and just watching purely through a Bill Simmons lens of like my decision on who I'm rooting for is based off what Bill Simmons is going to say on a podcast. This is big W. Is for this team to win the championship, wreck everyone on the way there, be one of the best NBA teams in history, and then everyone's like, yeah, they're pretty good. They're really good as a collective. Yeah. and also, this has got to be an ego death for Tatum and Brown, because Brown's like, I literally won Finals MVP. I didn't get picked with the initial 12, and I didn't get picked as the.
He didn't even get the Scotty Barnes slot. He didn't get the All-Star reserve. He didn't get it.
And there's 3 of my teammates on there, and I didn't get on.
And one of them is getting fucking roasted. Like, they're not even letting him into the game.
The guy everyone agrees is better than me. Like, everyone's always saying, you're good, but you're not him. He didn't get to play. I'm the Finals MVP. So,
Jaylen Brown followed Andrew Tate and Alex Jones on Twitter.
Well, you see, someone like you with the woke mind virus, a liberal like you don't know, you don't understand that people can be complex, and you can agree with some stuff but disagree with the other stuff.
It'd be fun. I wonder if that was really how he felt. I would love to know, like, what issues Andrew Tate goes too far on, where he's like, geez, I don't know about that, Drew. But
I don't like the human trafficking, but I like you should exercise. Exercise is good.
You should work out, and your mom, your girlfriend is a bitch, you know. So just buy my course, and we can figure that out together.
With Alex Jones, they are controlling the government. We're like, who's they? He's like, they are.
They are. He's just they are. They are. Don't ask me. Don't ask me
woke.
that. Yeah, stay woke. Put all your invest in silver, like that guy in the Patreon says. Invest in silver, baby. Put your money in silver, everybody. Do you have any closing thoughts for folks?
Guys, don't invest in silver. It's a fraud. It won't make your life better. To get out of the silver market completely, it's about to tank. And I must disclose, this is brought to you by Werewolf Industries.
Oh shit. You could be a werewolf. I could see it. You're so mild mannered.
Oh, would I like that? No, I wouldn't, because I'd be insecure about ending up naked in the woods or like next to a freeway.
That's fucking nightmare for Pablo. He has to walk into a diner and be like, "Oh, do you have a phone I can use?"
Hey, if I'm in a diner, it's actually a good time then.
Are we bringing diners back 2024?
I'm so diner. I need a 24-hour diner where I can be on my noir SpongeBob Lost Identity coffee and pie at 2 a.m. vibe. Denny's doesn't have pie.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I need a place to brood. That's really people. There's a lot of talk about, oh, we're losing the third space. We're losing the third space to be mysterious is the real important point.
And it should be raining every time I go there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on board with that. Bring back black and white, rainy, smoky, mysterious diners. Toots.
Like Batman.
Yeah, like Batman, the Cape Crusader. All right, an hour and 20 minutes. Batman, you know what Batman does when someone's being held up in the alley at gunpoint?
He saves their lives. But
He
how?
saves her. He pulls down with a boom box and he plays Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol.
Lay down a list of what is wrong